Okay, sounds
Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for coming up to the Swim Club at Berkeley's second info session for the fall 2020 semester. I'm Rishabh Roy. I'm one of the co-presidents of the club, and I'll let Laura introduce herself.
I'm Laura. I'm the PR officer for SCAB. So if you've seen posts on Instagram or Facebook, that was probably my doing. And Catherine. Yeah.
All right.
I
So
don't know what else to say.
That's fine. So a little bit about the club. So Swim Club at Berkeley aims to be a fun and competitive community for swimmers of all skill levels to practice, work out, and compete together. So what this means is like we accept anyone, and we'll get into that in a little bit later in the slides. The picture here, this was from our first time trials that we hosted at Cal. So this is like some of the team. Not everyone is pictured here, but this is usually how many people we have going out to like meets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit about our journey here. So in this spring to fall of 2018, we worked to establish ourselves as an RSO. In spring 2019, it was our first semester, and we also went to the SU Invitational where we got second. In the fall of 2019, we hosted our first ever time trials and the swim banquet. And consistently over the semesters, we kept getting better. Specifically in the last semester, spring 2020, we got third out of 14 teams at UCLA. We would have gone second, but we lost by 1 point to UCSD. But that's just because they had like 44 swimmers and compared to ours 25. So
yeah,
next time,
so we need you guys.
yeah. So next time we can get second. And also we got approved to compete at College Club Nationals, which unfortunately due to COVID we can't this semester or like this year. But in the future we are eligible to go to that meet. Yeah, so this is a slide just about our UCLA Winter Invitational this last semester. So we do try to like balance the fun and the swimming aspect at meets. So it was a really fun meet, multi-day meet. We drove down to UCLA and then we all stayed at an Airbnb. It was just a good time, and like I'm pretty sure everyone would say that it was one of the most fun meets ever.
Mm-hmm.
So for swimming meets, we are part of CISCA, which is the California Intercollegiate Swimming Association. And these are all the other teams that are part of it. So when we go out to meets, we'll be swimming against any number of these teams. Usually the max number of teams at a swim meet are around 10 to 14. A little bit about club logistics. We do not cut. The only thing we ask is that you're comfortable with Cal Masters practices, and Laura will get into that in a bit. But if you're comfortable with those, we will happily have you on the team. There's also no minimum practice attendance requirement. So it is completely up to you. However much time you can fit in your schedule to come to practice, it's completely your choice. And then we also do not require any minimum meet attendance, but we highly encourage it because we do want to get faster, and it's also one of the most fun aspects of the club. A little bit about our club finances. We mainly like support ourselves through membership dues, which covers team shirt, socials, and then it subsidizes team meets. We also host 1 to 2 crowdfunding or fundraising events per semester, which goes towards subsidizing our faraway travel meets like the UCLA Invitationals. And then we also have a arena sponsorship, which is how we get subsidized team shirts and team suits and other arena gear. We do get some funds from APSA, but it is barely anything, so it's not really like sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a partnership with Cal Aquatic Masters, which is how we get pool space and coaches and how we can actually practice.
So when we're in regular semester, these are kind of the logistics of like what our like normal club practices, meets, etc. Will look like, and then we'll go over what this semester will be like. So for normal semesters, we have I believe 26 practices per week, 26 options for practices. Most of them are at the Golden Bear Rec Pool, which is the one at Clark Kerr. And it can be a bit of a walk for people, but think of it like a warm-up, walking up the hill to get to the pool. So yeah, year-round, there's practices in the morning, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and then the 11 and 11:30 ones are at Speaker. And that's the pool at the RSF, in case you don't know. And then the one that we would kind of recommend people go to, or strongly recommend, is the one Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. at GBC, because that's where the time when most like swim club or like Cal students go to practice. But obviously, if you can't go to that time, you can choose from all the other ones. So this is kind of an example of a practice set. We usually have a warm up for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then probably 2 main sets, depending on how long it is. Sometimes there'll be one really long one, and then a cool down. And obviously, as it says here, average 2,000 to 3,000 yards. And the most important thing to emphasize here is that we have interval ranges. So like each lane in the pool will have a different interval range, and then you can kind of like discuss with your lane mates what interval you want to go on for each part of the set. So if I'm usually in the 120 to 130 range of lanes. So if I'm in that lane, I'll say to my lane mates, hey, for this set of 100s, I'd like to go on the 130. Does that sound good for you guys? And then you can kind of decide and go along with it as a group. So it's very moldable for how you're feeling that day. And then for a normal semester, dues are kind of like split into 2 aspects. So there's the Cal Masters dues, which is $120 per semester. And that money goes directly to Cal Masters, and that kind of pays for coaches and all of the perks that we get through Cal Masters, basically. And then we have $40 of swim club dues, which goes towards, all of our like swim club gear, like a shirt, a cap. It goes towards swim meets and like team bonding events, like paying for pizza and whatever we have in our events. And so the total is $160 a semester. And it may seem like a lot, but compared to most other sports clubs, it's really hardly anything. And we really make good use of the money, and it comes back to you. So, and highlighted below, fall 2020 is $0 membership due. And I think Rashab will get into that going on. And finally, for regular semesters, we'll usually have one multi-day travel meet, and that is like the UCLA meet, a fundraising event, like a swimathon, a swim banquet, haha, 2 single-day travel meets to like Davis or Stanford. Those were the ones that we did last fall.
Yeah.
And then about 3 team bonding events, maybe more. Usually it's more. And then 5 practices per week, or however many you want to go to. So that's kind of a normal scheduling of events.
Yeah, so now a little into how this fall semester is going to look different from our regular semesters. First of all, again, there's no membership dues this semester, so it's completely free. We will try to host 2 Zoom game nights or movie nights per month, just to keep so that everyone can know each other and like keep the swim community alive. And then we will try to provide 4 written workouts per week, which will be a combination of dryland and swim workouts. So if you have access to a pool wherever you are, you have the workouts to swim. And if not, you can just work out using the dryland workout. So there's some structure behind it. How to join. So there are 3 steps. there's two waivers that you guys need to fill out. It's an RSO activities waiver and a photo and video release. And then the final step is filling out our registration form. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to fill up. It's pretty straightforward. Also, we will be posting these slides and the links all on here on our Facebook page by tonight. So you guys can access these links from there. And then if you will need to contact us, this is all our contact details. You can visit our website to get to know more about Swim Club Berkeley, see about our successes, and read about them. You can always email us at swim@berk@gmail.com. And then our Facebook and Instagram handles are here also. So feel free to follow us, and so you can stay updated on everything that we're doing. Yeah, so that's the end of our presentation. If you guys have any questions, we will be here.
Yeah.
So feel free to ask.
Just want to chat about swimming.
Yeah.
Wait, just for clarification, so there's no actual practices, it's just you send out a set and then we could do it if we wanted to?
Yes, because of COVID, the university made us all sign a pledge where we won't have any in-person activities, because otherwise we can lose our affiliation. So the way around that is, if we find out that certain pools are opening up, we will provide you with that information. We'll send out an email saying hey, speakers having practice here and here, but we would recommend don't practice, don't form a group to practice, just stay safe. But we'll also we'll provide the workout so that you actually have something if you're working out on your own.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And sorry, go ahead.
Also, just for clarification, the practices are 2 hours long per day, right? So
the practices are usually 1 hour long. Most of the evening workout, so it's usually 1 hour or 1.5 hours long. I don't think it's ever 2 hours unless it's a special day or something like that. But majority of practices are an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So then on that one slide that you had before, I think it was the 7, 8, and 9 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then those are all 1 hour practices, but you could just go to whatever time slot basically. Yeah,
so this table is kind of out of date. This is for last year. Because the pools weren't open, they didn't release a schedule for this semester or this year yet. But yeah, so when you pay Cal Masters membership dues, the $120, you can go to any one of the 26 practices they offer, because you are a member of Cal Masters also. So whatever works better with your schedule, you can go to those practices.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
What are your swim backgrounds?
So I swam 4 years varsity high school. And then since swim club wasn't a thing, my first 2 years kind of stopped swimming, which was not the best, because now I struggled. So my main event is 200 fly, and I struggle to do a 50 fly now, which is not good. But it's we have on our team, we have people who are ridiculously fast, who can go 42s 100 free. But then we also have people who are just doing it for fun, and we don't care if you're fast or if you just want to do it for the social aspect. We still want you to join.
Mm-hmm. My swimming background, lots of swimming. I've been swimming since I was 8. I did cabana summer teams, and then I was on club teams in middle school and high school. And same for me, I did 4 years varsity in high school and club team, and did a lot of competitions in high school. I don't know if you're from California, central area, but I did CCS and went to states a couple times too for relays, which was fun. So yeah, lots of high school swimming. And then I'm a second year right now, so luckily swim club was already established my first year here, so I was able to swim last year. And I swim mostly short, freestyle, and breaststroke. And yeah, my favorite event is probably 100 breast.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, what's your swimming background, if you want to share?
So I have been on a club team since 7th grade, I think, and then did 1 year JV, 3 years varsity. But same thing with like Rashab. I haven't swam in like 2 years. I kind of stopped after my senior year varsity just so that I could focus on school and college and everything. And then I didn't know about the swim club last year, so I wish I did. I would have done it last year, but I'm hoping to join this year and get back into it. So
Cool. Well, welcome. Hopefully we can all, see each other one day and swim at a practice together and go to meets. Yeah.
Hopefully next semester, depending on what happens with vaccines and all of that.
Yeah.
But hopefully.
Are all the meets generally short course or long course?
Yeah, short course. We do not
Thanks,
like long
Rebecca.
course at all.
good.
Not a fan of long course, so definitely short
Okay,
course.
that's good.
Yeah. I think if it was long course, I might not go to meets. I don't think I can do it.
Nope. 200 fly long course is equivalent of death.
Mm-mm.
So last question for me, where can I get those links for signing up and stuff like that?
So we will post them on our Facebook by tonight. We just need to wait for the Zoom to process the recording and everything, which usually takes a couple of hours. But once we have that, we will do a bunch of posts tonight. And if you're following our Swim Club Berkeley Facebook or our Instagram, those will have links to all of the sign up links and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Thanks
thank
for
you.
coming. Nice to meet you guys.
Bye. It was nice to meet you guys too.
And I think you.
Bye.
Bye.